if you move to Silicon Valley, you're gonna have to battle a shit ton of problems you don't have here. Right? Nobody fucking knows who you are. Getting a visa is really hard. All of a sudden, you're a big fish in a small pond. There, you're gonna be a tiny fish in a massive pond. And for you to become a bigger fish, it's gonna take a lot. It's not gonna be instant. Today, I would tell you that if you go over there, you need to take a really long-term approach. You need to say, I'm gonna go there and try this business there. But if this doesn't work there, it doesn't matter. Because what I'm really in it for is learning and growth. And either you say, I'm committed, I wanna be in Silicon Valley, so this is a 10-year thing for me. This company works, so the next one, who cares? But it's really about the learning, the experience, and really about building relationships there and growing my entrepreneurial IQ. And I'm gonna be dedicated to that idea much more so than just this company. There's two examples I know that have done this successfully. One is the painful way, like me. You go over there, for 5-6 years you suck and you suffer, and then you've built enough relationships, enough knowledge, enough stuff, and then you do something new and that shit works. The other example that I know is somebody that took the advice that I gave him. Again, founder, a guy that did a startup with the Somewhere Brothers in Rocket Internet. He sold it successfully and then said, I want to do something in San Francisco. Came to San Francisco, and instead of his ego being like, I need to be the founder, I've sold successfully, I'm this, I'm that, he did the smart thing and he said, you know what? I don't know anybody here. I don't know anything here. Let me find a startup with a German founder that's really successful, and I will join for just 1 year. I'll help as much as I can and then build relationships. And then I might find my co-founder there. Maybe I'll find my investors there, and then I'm gonna go do my next thing. And he did that. He joined a startup that was very successful, worked for them for 1.5 years, found his co-founder there, a really great engineer. The founder of that startup was the first investor in them. He introduced them to the next 2 VCs who were investors in that startup. And now he's running a really fucking successful company. They're killing it, they're growing, they've raised a lot more money, they're really doing well. But he did the smart thing. He took a smaller step first to then make the big step. Instead of going instantly, I'm gonna start my business with my team. But who do you know to hire? Nobody. Who do you know to invest in your business? Nobody. How are you gonna build relationships with them? By meeting them twice for coffee? Or by working for them for a year and working with people and get to know people really intimately? That was a smart strategy. We just built it for ourselves. We literally had a large sales team that was selling for many, many different companies, and we built whatever software these salespeople needed. And then we said, oh, we built something we really fucking love to use ourselves. Let's see if others also want it. And then we said, oh yeah, fuck, a lot of other people want it too. And that's how it went. For you guys, I think that first, you need to confirm that you have something that people will truly love. In this space, retention is everything. Downloading your app is one thing, but then for me to log in every day and still log in after a month, that's all the difference in the world. Every day you need to ask yourself, what did we learn about our users we didn't know yesterday? And if there's 3 days that pass by where you don't have an answer, you're fucking up. You can throw a party just to make them feel great, but your number one priority is to learn. You need to be in the business of learning right now. You want to ask as many questions as humanly possible and shut the fuck up and listen. How did you hear about us? What do you like best about the app? What do you hate about it? I noticed you have more followers on us than on Instagram. How come? You don't know what the answer is to this, but you need to find out. The core is to create user insights. We want to learn what's the psychology of them. You guys don't know enough about your users, so scaling more users is not the number one priority. What is the number one priority is more insights to build something that truly resonates. And when it comes to mobile apps, it can't just be something that people really like. They need to love it. If they don't think this is the greatest fucking thing ever, they will forget about you. And they will use something else. And there's too many apps like this that are kind of cool and have some nice things that users really like, but they don't quite love them. If you can get a majority of your users to love you, you will never be successful. Your number one job is not marketing, it's number 2 job. Your number one job is, what the fuck do we need to do to get people to violently love our app? To really, really not just go, I really like it, but go, I fucking love this. And it's on my home screen. and I use this more than other things because I love it and I just like the other things. You need to have that kind of a reaction. So event is nice, but the purpose of the event is important.